Well, here we are again. And you're smiling for a change.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be smiling?
I think our
always smiling.
Our fans will remember that you've been very bitchy and grumpy.
Cranky. Let's say cranky.
All right, they're cranky.
Cranky, not bitchy. Well, maybe bitchy. But yes, no, Hurricane Irene has come and gone, and I guess Hurricane Janet went with her. Yeah, we're blessed we didn't get walloped too badly. Many, many people, obviously, in New England, in North Carolina, in Washington, D.C., got very, very impacted by it. My house on Cape Cod, I lost just half a tree. Obviously lost electricity for a few days, but
I didn't even lose electricity.
I know you didn't. Not even a flicker, right? Not even a flicker. Good for you.
And honestly, I had everything tied down all over my house. I had my chairs tied down.
The dogs were tied.
Everything was tied.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
interesting.
why nothing happened to you.
You know what's interesting? I grew up in Florida, and I don't remember so many weather incidents.
Because
when in Florida,
it's Armageddon. That's why.
There it is. That's the
I'm
negative
back.
I'm looking for.
No, it's true. This severe weather. I mean, this is totally out of the norm.
Tornadoes, earthquakes, and hurricanes
in New England.
In New England,
yeah. So what does that tell you? Bye-bye.
And it's interesting because
we're going down. We're going down.
My cousins arrived from California, and they're like, wimps. We put up with this all the time.
Well, they don't have tornadoes out there.
No,
they have fires, though. They have their share of crappy weather, but it's balanced by the fantastic weather. And they always say, yeah, but you guys have snow. Yeah, but you know what? Snow doesn't ruin my house. And snow doesn't do to me, well, not like what tornadoes or earthquakes do. Snow is normally just an inconvenience.
Well, we've been very lucky. We really
But this severe weather is very scary to me.
It is.
It's really scary. I don't know where I have to move to get away from it.
The moon.
But I'm going somewhere.
To the moon, Alice.
I'm out of here.
To the moon. All right. Okay, so now we're going to talk about really substantive things.
Yes, we're going to go immediately shallow. And talk about
You couldn't be more shallow. You could not be more shallow. Let's start with the most shallow of all.
This is upsetting to me because I am, as you know, a lover of certain reality television shows, hoarders. Extreme hoarders.
Seriously?
I don't like extreme hoarders, though. I don't like extreme hoarders. But the weird shows that,
are like watch sick people.
I like the train wreck kind of shows. I do. I've told you.
And I'm like this the whole time. I can't stand it.
And my favorite of the Real Housewives franchise, I have two favorites. Real Housewives of New York, although I do miss the Bethany Kelly duking and the Bethany Jill duking, although it's still a good one.
I don't.
And the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I know you don't watch any of them, but
I think they're the stupidest, most vapid.
Don't tell me you don't think they're real.
And
or housewives.
There's not an inch, there's not an ounce on them that's real. Not a one of them.
Plastic. But they're fascinatingly weird.
Why?
I don't know what it is.
You want to watch like a well-written script with a good story?
Come on, that's
Give me a good Jessica any day.
Oh, God. Boy, are you showing your age. You are showing your age.
I know.
You are.
Or even a good house, the Good Wife. There's a good
It's a good show. I like that show.
show.
I love that show, and I'm looking forward to that show's return.
That would be a great show.
But the reason you love that show is because its character development is so amazing. The characters on The Real Housewives, and they are characters because we know this is all planned, and obviously, every dinner party must be scripted in some way to have someone storm out. You must have someone storm out at every dinner party.
Or take a swipe at somebody.
Or pull the
the tablecloth.
Exactly, so everything flies. But this one was particularly, I'm very distressed over this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. As you know, Taylor, one of the housewives, her husband, Russell, committed suicide. And even though it's unfair to ever blame a show or a medium for someone's mental issues, or obviously he was a sick man, but the show no doubt drove him to it, and should they have addressed it in any way, and are they...
They are addressing it in any way.
Exactly, and are they doing it for ratings?
Well,
which I say yes, they are, which is very disturbing to me.
And I say cancel the damn show. Cancel, put it on hiatus for a year out of respect.
Let's see what the numbers are after the first show. Let's see what they're not out yet because I checked to see.
I don't care what the numbers are.
You should care because if you want to have faith in America and think that more people are like you and actually have a brain and care about,
Thank you. That's like the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
See, I'm on the whole...
It's a little sideways, but I'll take it.
In the fall, I throw away that summer meeting.
Labor Day, right.
But if the numbers are not good, then you should be very happy, because people did say, you know what, this is not my cup of tea.
And
I will not watch a show that is abusing a man's suicide to get ratings.
What I fear is that there are the same people who support, I hate to say it this way, but the same kind of people, the same number of people, maybe I should say, who support Sarah Palin.
Oh, we've gone, wow,
yes.
What a leap we just took.
Right, we have.
You just went from what?
The ridiculous.
So you're saying it's
are also the people who like this kind of thing.
Oh, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. See, remember I just called you smart? I take it back. I absolutely
what
take
do you think? Do you think that they should go on with the show?
Do I support Sarah Palin?
No. Do you think they should go on with the show?
I think if they're going to go on, I would like them to go on with the show because I find them to be hilariously ridiculous, but not to use the suicide as part of the show.
Do you watch Jersey Shore too?
Mike, I'm not kidding!
No, I do not watch Jersey Shore.
So you draw the line at New Jersey.
I mean, yes, I've seen Jersey Shore, but I do not watch it regularly. I'm not a viewer of that show, but I am a viewer of Real Housewives.
What is it about Real Housewives that turns you on?
I think they're just bizarre. I mean, everything they say, I'm texting friends going, can you believe you just said that? I mean, it's just so fascinating to me. Camille Grammer, these brainless plastic women who are delusional.
That's how you want to spend your time? Look at them.
I know.
Look at them.
I know what they look like. Not a real Linda, what is her, Lisa Vanderpump? I love her. She's a hoot. With a name like Vanderpump, you gotta love her. But she's actually pretty funny. Even their dogs look plastic. Have you seen Vanderpump's dog? He's not even real. All right, well, we'll move on from the Real Housewives, and let's go into a show that you watch, which I do not watch, which is Dancing with the Stars. Now, I can't stand
at least some of them are talented. Talented. I was going to say talented. America's Got Talent. I like those shows.
I tuned in yesterday for a man who pushed a domino.
I know.
And all the other dominoes fell across. I know.
The Kinetic King.
I know. America's Got Talent. He plays dominoes. All right. Well, anyway, but this, I must say, you have to tip your hat to Dancing with the Stars, because whoever does their casting is brilliant.
Oh, please.
Brilliant.
I'm disgusted by the cast this year.
I love it.
Sorry. I'm disgusted by it.
I will be watching.
Really?
All right, so first and foremost, will you not be glued to Nancy Grace as she dances across the stage?
Well, that is going to be interesting.
That is going to be fascinating.
And I hate to say it, but Chaz should have stayed home. I don't want to say, because I don't want to see a big fat man who used to be a woman. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I don't think that's fair to him. I mean, if he had not been a man who had been a woman, would you care that he was fat? I mean, there have been fat people on Dancing with the Stars before. You've never mentioned it. So
I don't know why.
Transgender?
No, it's not his transgender. It's more that people are going to be watching because he's freaky. Not watching necessarily
as they are with Nancy Grace, who also might be transgender, by the way. Just want to bring that up. Possibility for discussion, maybe at a later date. Huh? Think about it.
I don't know. I just don't. Right. I don't see any.
Ricky Lake.
I know.
What do you think?
Fun.
Hope Solo.
Wasn't Ricky Lake on Broadway? I mean, she's got some talent.
Well, she was in Hairspray,
I know.
So she knows how to dance. Yes, she does.
She was a very different woman back then.
It's very different kind of dancing that you do on Broadway than you would in something like, it's not ballroom dancing.
And this is about as second tier as you can get.
I think this is up tier for them.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. Ron Artest, do you know him?
No, not really.
No, you don't. He's the one that he was a Detroit Piston.
Right?
It would be the African American.
That's what I meant.
Yes, the athlete. He's the one who ran into the stands for the Detroit Pistons and beat up a fan once.
Okay.
Remember, you heard about that when
Okay.
All right. Now, how about George Clooney's girlfriend? She's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Elizabeth.
At least she'll be pretty to look at.
China Phillips, she's pretty and probably a good dancer.
Yes, she is.
I like her. David Arquette, he's wackadoo.
I know. There's
Carson
a couple of
Kressley,
wackadoos on here.
He's kind of wacky, but I bet he'll be good. And Rob Kardashian, if
I don't even get it.
What? With the Kardashians? Enough already with the Kardashians.
Okay.
And then J.R. Martinez, who I don't know him, he's in All My Children. Now, do you watch soaps? How many times?
Yeah, during the day.
And then Christine...
You know where I am during the day.
Oh, yeah, you're working. And then Kristen Cavallari from The Hills.
I like her, actually.
You like her?
Yep.
She's the least one.
I think she's
the one I'm least interested in. All right. So let's very quickly, the fall season is here for television.
And by the way, happy fall, every sort of, kind of.
Happy fall.
Labor Day is come and gone.
I'm going to throw out a couple of names of some shows and see if you're excited that they're coming.
Okay.
Okay? 2.5 Men.
2 thumbs down.
I'm interested in watching it because
but I like him, Ashton. I like him.
And I want to see him in it, and I hope he does well.
I hope he
really puts Charlie Sheen in his place.
I think he will.
Okay, so
I think he will.
Changed it.
I don't think he's ever been in. I don't like the show. Well, I'll watch it just because I'll watch it once or twice.
How about the X Factor?
Never saw it, ever.
It hasn't been on yet.
Oh, never?
Simon Cowell's new show?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
No.
Is it yes or no? So is that a kind
I think I'll probably watch that.
Paula Abdul, she'll be one of the judges.
Absolutely.
She's on the show. She's judging.
Oh, I thought it was her own show.
You're really up on the fall TV schedule. Mariah Carey's
my
joining
finger.
That's why I thought I should take charge of this. Now, here's a new one, Up All Night with Christina Applegate.
I like her.
I love her.
But I really like Maya Rudolph, and I know she is, but I mean, I think she should be a star.
I bet she'll be a standout.
She comes through.
She's awesome.
There's a lot of promotion about that show. I like the cast a lot.
The story of in 1963
I don't
stewardesses
get that
of
at
Pan
all.
Am. No, that doesn't do much for me. 2 Broke Girls. Have you been hearing about that one? That's
Except from you, I heard about
That's
it.
from, is it Michael Patrick King, who is the gentleman who did Sex and the City.
Yeah.
This is his new show, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. There was just a piece on his co-creator, Whitney Cummings, in today's USA Today, and she's a comedian from Chelsea lately, and she seems to really know her stuff, and I'm going to watch that.
It's a bad name of a show, though.
2 Broke Girls.
Well,
they're hard-working, tough-talking waitresses in Brooklyn. In a Brooklyn greasy spoon.
In a Roseanne Barr kind of way.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
What was the Alice? You remember Alice?
Yes, I do.
The show from the diner.
I like that.
Yeah, that was good.
Like that
the Playboy Club. Any interest?
None.
Revenge. Now this one I'm
right up your
very excited about. Emily Van Camp. Anything that sounds
mysterious and on the edge of your seat. Whereas I sit there like this the whole time.
I can't wait for The Killing to come back, right? From AMC. Oh my God, what a show.
I know.
I was disappointed in the ending,
about that show.
But I'm very excited. Any interest in the return of Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Not really. The vampire? Wasn't she the vampire?
She was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and now she's in Ringer. It's a TV thriller.
I do like her, but I don't like her shows.
Okay. How about Charlie's Angels, the revival?
I don't know.
That doesn't
I like Minka Kelly a lot.
I like her too. She's
really
pretty.
Like her.
She left Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Good God.
Or maybe he left her. You never know.
I don't know about that whole relationship.
I don't know how much time we have left, but I do not want to...
Prime Suspect, Helen Mirren's old show, remember? But she's not in this. And
that show.
How about I Hate My Teenage Daughter? That's
finally what I can relate. No, I love my daughter.
Now she's not teenage anymore. No, that's why you love her.
I adore my daughter.
I hated her when she was a teenager. Not hate. Hate is too strong.
I hated those years. I don't think I hated her.
No, of course not.
And I want to make sure that we recognize the occasion. You and I were actually together on September 11th.
We ended up together when the planes hit. I was driving to work. You were already at work.
That's
you were already at work. And when I entered work, everybody was gathered around. At that point, by the time I got there, we didn't really know the breadth of it, of course. And it was just like a plane flew into the tower. How strange that is.
We were thought like, how terrible, how awful. And then, oh my God, another one?
And we were all glued. The staff, we just sat at that television set and couldn't move, and did, of course, no work. Nobody could do any work, and just...
It still is, I mean, fresh in my mind anyway, how that day changed our lives, really changed the way we lived.
Yeah.
And to those who suffered because of it, really our hearts go... And Lucy and Ricky, of course, agree.
Echo the pain.
Of course.
What are you going to do?
Really.
They're inappropriate. But that's their middle names.
Yeah, say a little prayer on Sunday the 11th.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Really. And stay healthy and have a good week.